This radio program is PG-13. Parents strongly caution some material may be inappropriate for children under the age of 13.
The following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Phoenix, Brother Mike is back. Welcome to the radio program, HardcoreChristianity.com. Thank you for tuning in. Arizona, we're back on the radio. Today's Bible study, poison pills. They're everywhere now. Hey, will you call somebody and tell them the radio program's on? So I'll make a couple of quick announcements, and while you make that call, thank you for helping the ministry. It's 2024. We got to ramp it up this year. This is Brother Mike. I'm the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center in Central Phoenix. And we're on 15th Avenue, just south of Osborne Road. It's the red brick building downtown there. As I've mentioned many times before, we have 2 live services every week, 7 p.m. Thursdays and Friday nights Arizona time. We have 2 live Zoom services every week, Monday nights for the ladies at 6:30 and Wednesday nights for everybody at 6 o'clock Arizona and Mountain Time. We have all kinds of ministry services there, children's deliverance services, women's seminars. I have a deliverance training class every month, the 4th Saturday of every month at noon. I have a podcast Sunday mornings on twitch.tv. You can access that at 9 o'clock Arizona and Mountain Time. If you need to see a counselor and you're a born-again Christian, you can do so for free. Contact the ministry line at 602-636-5800. Send me an email, Mike at hardcorechristianity.com. Poison pills. You know, they're everywhere in the church now. Poison pills are all over the place. And the reason for that is that demons are being, it seems like they're being released from the abyss, from the bottomless pit, as it's mentioned in King James Version. The abyssus is the Greek word. Abyssus means the abyss, and it kind of looks like, I can't prove this scripturally, but it looks like the more the world sins, the more these demons are released out of the pit. Right now, they've swamped America. America has been lost. There isn't any way to bring it back now. The church has failed and allowed Satan to have the upper hand, and boy, does he have it. And when he gets the upper hand, he does not stop. He will not give up until he wins. What's happening in our churches now? It's so simple. There are demons everywhere, and people that appear to be perfectly normal, doing a good job as a person, as a husband, as a wife, as a Christian, as a minister, are actually deep down inside where nobody sees. They're actually infected with demons, and they are deceitful, rotten people. Paul warned us about it in 2 Corinthians chapter 11. He warned about these things creeping into the church. He called them false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into apostles of Christ. But don't marvel, Paul said, Greek word thaumazo. Don't be shocked. Don't be, blown away, Paul said. For Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Transformed, metamorphao, to morph is what the Greek word means. You morph from one thing to another. Satan morphs himself into an angel of light. It's fake. Have you ever seen charismatics and Pentecostals and prophetics give all these grand testimonies about seeing angels? Have you ever noticed that? They're actually familiar spirits impersonating angels. They're fake. Then Paul says in 2 Corinthians 11, therefore it's no great thing if his ministers be transformed or morph into ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. Wow. Those are powerful words. You say, well, that's probably not even happening. It's happening everywhere, and it's happening all the time. Let's go to Missouri. Jefferson City, Missouri. Travel there with me for a couple of seconds. A beautiful woman who appeared to be just 1,000% normal. She worked at a Christian school as an art teacher and did A+ work. The students loved her. The staff loved her. She was an excellent teacher. Jefferson City Police Department last week released a statement about Sarah Elizabeth Schaefer, age 37. Every morning she would get up, she would make her husband a smoothie. You ever had a smoothie? Yeah, most people have. It's supposed to be a health drink. It's supposed to be something that keeps you, keeps your rhythm going, keeps your bowels going, gives you vitamins and minerals. Smoothies are supposedly supposed to be good for you, right? You have a smoothie, you think, wow, this is a real asset. Well, Sarah's husband started to notice something weird. His name was John. And he started to notice something weird, that every time he had a smoothie in the morning, he was coming down with these strange illnesses. Okay, his wife worked at a Lutheran Christian school, and they, by all reports and by all accounts, it was a great school, and she was a great teacher, and a solid Christian. Everybody loved her. Absolutely nothing abnormal about her. She was a very loved teacher at the school, and her students were fantastic. They were booming in their art classes. And anyway, everybody, including her husband, I thought she was a great wife. Wow, everybody had nothing but praise for her as a wife, as a teacher, as a coworker. Boy, she just A+ is right down the line. Until it came to making smoothies. Now, she would whip up the smoothie every morning, right? And her husband drank the smoothie every day, thought he was helping himself, correct? And then he started getting these strange illnesses. Whoa, weird. He started having nausea. He started bouts of vomiting. He was having a strange abdominal pains. And come to find out, she was putting a root-like substance from a bag marked Lily of the Valley into his smoothies. Lily of the Valley is a poisonous flower that can be hazardous to people and animals if it's ingested. And she was putting this in his smoothie every morning in an attempt to kill him. And now you see a situation where the husband started to get suspicious. So he rigged up a camera in their kitchen. Jefferson City, Missouri, this goes on. And I recommend, if you live there, I recommend you move. Jeff City, Missouri, must be something in the water there. It could be Lily of the Valley. Who knows? And the camera caught her pulling out the Lily of the Valley bag and grinding up root-like substances, shredding it into his smoothie in to attempt to kill him. Now, here's what Paul was talking about. Even Satan himself, the most evil person in the entire universe, period, the source of evil is Satan himself. He can appear like an angel of light. And his ministers, who are actually false apostles, deceitful workers, they can actually transform themselves into an angel of light. And that's exactly what this guy's wife did. Here she was, a wonderful wife and a fantastic art teacher at the Christian school, solid Christian, no bad habits, no secret sins, nothing. But she was secretly infected with spirits. And these demons told her, hey, it's time to get rid of your husband. Go get you a new one. You deserve a new one. Yes, sir. And these demons put these thoughts in her mind over a long period of time. And she hatched a plot to murder her husband. And these deceitful spirits, these deceitful workers are all over Christianity now, particularly on television. They're hucksters on TV. They look like carnival barkers. They wear fancy suits, and they give all kinds of pleas for money, seed faith donations, and so on. It's all a gigantic crock in an attempt to milk you out of your money and to give you false hope that God's going to bail you out of all your bad decisions involving your foreclosure, your bankruptcy, the fact that you can't pay your bills. You look back over it and you see, hey, I made this bad decision, I made that one. And instead of repenting and ask God to forgive you and changing your behavior, Christians want a quick fix. So they go to prosperity gospel, they go to some quack huckster on television, and they start listening to a false apostle, a deceitful worker who transformed themselves into apostles of Christ. Nowhere is this more present than on YouTube. You click on YouTube and you can't believe it. Everybody on there is an apostle or a prophet. The word apostle and the prophet means nothing now. It's so commonly used, it's now turned into somewhat of a joke. Oh, this is Apostle Bob. This is Prophetess La Quinta. Everybody's a prophet now. Have you ever noticed that? What's the truth? They're all transformed into apostles of Christ, but actually they're deceived. They're deceived and they deceive others. This woman would have killed her husband had he not put that camera in the kitchen. She appeared to be a wonderful person. The gift of discernment is the least used gift in all of Christianity. Nobody seems to see anything anymore. Nobody gets it anymore. Nobody tests everything and tries the spirits, as John said, whether they be of God or not. What do you need to do? You need to make major changes in your life now so you're able to spot these false apostles and these fake, deceitful workers, because we're only a few years away from the rapture now. We don't have much time left. See you next time.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.